Hello, I'm Recoded Zaphod, and welcome to episode 14 on the Centricraft-2 server. Today I am planning to get a start on a witch farm. So yeah, I've scouted out a witch hut that I want to do, and I've got a rough idea of the farm I'm planning to make. But I think the first thing I need to do is collect up some terracotta, because I'm going to need some immovable blocks which are also spawnable. And yeah, I think hopping over to a mesa and mining up some terracotta and getting some glazed terracotta is the best way to go. Let's see if I can see any area where anyone else has been mining away with terracotta. Because I don't want to, make it look super ugly mining away some pretty areas if I can help it. I reckon I could probably take off the top layer across here, and yeah, I reckon that'll be okay. So mining time it is. And I've got this much terracotta, which I think will probably be more than enough, hopefully. I did get quite a bit of yellow because I quite like yellow as a sort of theme, I think, for it. So yeah, I might dye some of the rest of it yellow, but I think I'll stick with trying to, smelt this into glazed terracotta, make the platforms out of that, because I'm going to have slime block sweepers, and I can't say that for some reason. But yeah, so that's resources collected. Now I think it's time to travel to where I want to build my witch farm. So, like I said, I've had a look in a creative world with the same seed as the server, and that almost knocked me off there. Wow. And yeah, so I know the witch hut I want to get to. So I need to grab some obsidian and adventure out through the nether to find the spot to connect the portal up. And I've put this portal in where I think it should connect. So now if I walk through, I did have to fly here on my elytra through the nether. So I need to make sure I don't run out of rockets while I'm over here. Otherwise it could be an interesting journey back. And okay, it looks like a swamp. That's a good sign. And yeah, this... Oh, okay. I've been poisoned. And that's a lot of lag. Okay, got rid of the witch. I am going to take off until this poison wears off, if I can, and I can't apparently. Just make sure these guys are gone. So this is the witch hut, and don't see the black cat in here, unfortunately. I do already have a black cat, so yeah, don't really need to be taming cats out here as well. And it's sunrise, woohoo! So I don't have to wait ages fighting mobs. And there's a shipwreck out there as well. I might go check that out, see if there's any buried treasure right by here. There does appear to be an ocean monument, though. Okay, well, that's worth knowing. And a coral reef. Well, I guess that's useful things to have around. So if I want to do an ocean temple farm, I could put it out here near my witch farm, which should be over there. And yeah, let's see. Okay. Which way is one this way? Oh, with the air pocket, and I can't see anything in there. What is this? Okay, I've got dynamic lights on. Let's grab the treasure map. And, hang on. Let's put those in my offhand. Treasure map. And let's see if there's anything else good in here. Ooh, emerald, iron, lapis. I'll just break the chest. And, is there usually something down the other end of... Come on, here we go. Yeah, here. Suspicious stew. and some gunpowder. I'll take that. Not really bothered about the rest. I will leave that down here in the sunken ship. Right, let's see. Which way's north? Sun is rising in the east, so that's north. So it should be that way. And here it is. That was nice and quick. Hey, Heart of the Sea, couple of diamonds. Actually, I'm not sure. I don't think I've got any Hearts of the Sea yet this season. So yeah, that's a nice thing to get. Doesn't hurt to have a bit of sand either. I'm going to just jump down here, break that, and yeah, I had enough inventory room to pick it all up. I was a little worried there. Okay. Actually, I might just leave the chest here in case anyone comes by for the same chest, so they know it's there and been taken. Okay, the first thing I think I want to do around here is clear away all the trees from the immediate area, because they're just going to get in the way. And I'm going to want to mark out the edges of this witch hut, make sure I know exactly what's where. Ooh, that looks to be the cat. Do I want a cat out here? Yeah, I will go in my ender chest, see if I can find my raw fish, and try and get that cat. Oh, it ran away from me. I must have moved too much. Okay. Here we go. Come on, come on. Hey! It's wonderful. Okay, I've now got a cat with me. So, yeah, I'm going to chop down all of these trees, and I'll be back when that's done. Alright, I'll bring you back in briefly because I've just found a cave over here. So I think I'm going to try lighting this up. And also, I'm going to run around and pick up a few of these apples because apples are quite useful. I'm down on a bit of hunger, so I thought I would try out this suspicious stew that I got from the... Was it on the ship? Yeah, I think the stew was on the ship, not in the berry treasure. But, oh, great. It gave me poison. Well, at least it's only one of them. And I'm still down half a heart. Alright, let's go to that cave. Try and do some lighting up. See if it runs sort of under the witch hut. Because the way I'm designing this is my AFK spot's going to be way up in the sky, which is going to mean I don't have to do a huge perimeter where I have to, you know, get rid of all the blocks everywhere like you might have seen done on other places. If I ever do a double witch hut or a triple or something, I'll probably do that with a perimeter because that looks like quite a fun project, but it's also a huge project. So for this, yeah, I'm going to put my AFK spot up in the sky, and then I only really have to care about caves which are in the top, you know, like 5, maybe 10 blocks underneath this. So I need to do anything which is like this, directly under the witch hut. But yeah, I'm going to check on that cave, see what direction it goes, probably try and light it up. I might check with my lighting resource pack, check it's all well enough lit. And this is a tiny cave under here. I don't know whether it's worth lighting this up or whether I'm actually going to be digging into this slightly. So I'm going to leave this one for now, go back to the other one, do some lighting up, and yeah, I think I've got a few more trees to clear, because I don't think I need to clear loads of stuff, because again, because my AFK spot's going to be up in the sky, I only need to clear out a little ways, although the land does go up here a little bit, so I think maybe, yeah, I think these 3 probably need to go, and yes, that cave is also something I'm going to do. Okay, so I've now cleared an area around the witch hut of trees, and at some point I'm going to have to make this non-spawnable. I do need to think about slimes as well, but I believe that slimes in swamps are stopped by lighting level, whereas slimes in slime chunks below, was it Y40 or whatever, they ignore the light level and will spawn despite it. But I'm pretty certain in swamps, if you light everything up, it becomes non-spawnable. So I should be able to just go around this swamp out to pretty much where I've cleared the trees to, and put down torches, or actually I think I might go for lanterns because they have a slightly higher light level and I have plenty of iron, so that will make the torches last longer, cover more ground. I think I do also need to do the top of this hill up here. I think I need to light up here. I think up here is out of the way, where I did a bit of preliminary testing in the creative world of the same seed. I put myself at the height I think I'll be AFKing at, and yeah, there were mobs able to spawn down here, but I didn't see any spawn up here. So I could just take the lighting out a little further just in case anyway. And of course, once I've built it, I can test it and bring on my spectator account and check to see if there's any areas that are getting mobs which I end up missing. But yeah, mostly I think that this should clear the area. Maybe a couple of those trees I need to clear, because they are actually reasonably close. But I think the water around here is going to stop a lot of spawns. So yeah, if I light up the bits of land with some lanterns, I'm going to have to pop back through the nether to get the iron though, because I don't think I brought any with me. But yeah, I can light up all of this. But also I can get working on the platforms here. And I'm going to have to get the slime blocks and stuff for the sweepers. And then that's going to push it into a water stream, which is my plan, to push it up to my AFK spot, and I can swing at it with a sword. So I guess it's not really AFKing, but it is just standing there and swinging a sword at the witches which spawn. So it's, yeah, not fully AFK, but sort of mostly AFK, just clicking away. And because you've got a looting sword, that ends up better anyway. So yeah, I think that's my plan for it. And the sun is setting, so I'm just gonna fly over to, oh wow, that went well. That might work better. If I hop over to the bed, and the cat's here. Oh, and I've got vines on the nether portal. Not sure how that happened. Oh, I think there's a tree here, wasn't there, initially? The vines must have moved across before the tree's leaves decayed. Alright, yes, I want to start smelting up... Oh, I've got 2 of these down. I want to start smelting up the terracotta and put in the spawning floors. So that's my next task, I think. Okay, so I've started putting in the 3 platforms, and I said I needed this to have the nice pattern going on, because if I'm using glazed terracotta and it does these I was about to say pretty patterns, but repeating patterns, these tessellating shapes, I'm at least gonna, yeah, try and make it all match up. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing that. But now I've got the start of each of the platforms in at the right height, I can take out the rest of the witch hut and just have the platforms. And I now have all the platforms in. And yeah, they've actually, I've actually taken the time to make them all look pretty and have the patterns all match up. So, you know, placing these all the right way around to get them to put the little flowers in, which was a bit of a pain. I've also got a wandering trader who's fallen down into that cave. You might see I've actually got 4 layers here. Only 3 of them are actually spawning floors. The top one is actually going to be the roof. And I did want to do it out of slabs, but I'm going to have slime block sweepers coming across here. So it needs to be a block which won't get pulled along by the slime blocks. So I have to put this in first, and then I can have slabs on top of this to stop anything from being able to spawn up here. So yeah, I think that's probably one of the next things to do, is to put in the slab roof. So I'm going to need some stone for that, which means popping back to my base So I think I'm also going to grab some other materials. So I'm going to grab some slime blocks, some observers. What else do I need? I'm going to need some soul sand because I'm doing it via a water tunnel. Water bubble column. That's a phrase. So they get sucked into the bubble column of water and shot up. That's a plan. I'm basing this a lot on a witch farm design that Exhumavoid did, where I can't remember, he might have used water to sweep them off, or actually no, I think he did use slime block sweepers, but he had them sort of collect on the roof and then go up a tube in the middle. And basically my plan for this is to have them all go off to one side and then drop down into a trench, get pushed along and into a single column. And that will go right way up there, because what I want from this is the column going up to be in a separate chunk to the witch hut. So if I bring up the chunk borders, you can see here where the witch hut ends, it's actually where the next chunk begins, because these spawning pads are across the witch hut. So, oh yeah, that's the thing. I want to put in one extra lane along this edge so that when they eventually fall off, go to the end and get shot up, I can have this around the bubble column. It doesn't need to be the terracotta. Actually, on the edge here it might need to be. I will need to work that out with the slime blocks. But I want to keep all these blocks in this chunk because the spawning algorithm checks for the highest block in the chunk, I think, and then spreads the spawning attempts out up to that height. So the lower you can keep everything in this chunk where I'm actually having things spawning, having the witches spawn, actually increases the rate of the witches spawning. Although, given I'm not immediately dropping them to their deaths and I am funneling them to myself, it might be that it's overly efficient. It might be that I hit the mob cap first. So all this optimization is optimizing when it's already bottlenecked by the mob cap and the time it takes for them to get up to my AFK spot. But I'm going to try it because I'd rather have the fast spawns than the slow spawns anyway. It just, yeah, it gives it an extra something. I thought I'd try and incorporate into the design. Okay, so I've gone and got some stuff and put it in a couple of shulkers to bring over. And I suddenly realised while working some stuff out, this last line here, because I want to sweep them the extra one across, I don't actually want this to be made of the terracotta because this line isn't inside the witch hut perimeter, so it can spawn things which aren't witches here, which means I actually want non-spawnable blocks here, and specifically I want non-spawnable blocks which also won't get stuck to pistons. So yeah, these lines need to come out, and I'm going to replace them with leaves. Because, yeah, leaves are non-spawnable and can't be pulled along by slime blocks. I now have all of the slime block flying machines in, and they're all stopped at this end, but do this and they should just start on a cycle going backwards and forwards. So the next step is to hook up my on and off mechanisms for these to some sort of switch that I can connect up to the AFK spot, which means building the AFK spot as well. So yeah, I think I'm going to build a scaffolding pillar up to the spot I want to be AFKing and build out a little platform. I'll probably move my nether portal up there as well, because when I come through, it's going to be there that I want to be. So yeah, I think I'll move most of my stuff up there. I need to build in, fill in the roof around here to stop the light, so it's really low light level inside. I think I saw someone say somewhere that having 0 light levels makes it the fastest for spawning. I I don't know. I can't find like an actual source for that, but yeah, I've built this out so the sky level will be 0 in there once I've filled it all in. And yeah, so once they sweep off there, they fall into this channel just down here, and then this system, which I'm going to hook up to the same block, should be able to push them all the way along, and then all the way back. Ooh, I do want to fill in the block underneath that, because otherwise, if the witches drop in when it's at that end, they're going to get pushed out here. So I'm going to grab some leaves and put the leaves just there. So this is a system for turning the whole thing on and off. So the input comes in here, and you can see everything starts moving. All the sweepers come back, and they should all fall into here, and then this will sweep them across, and that'll push them into the bubble column. So now I just need to hook this up to some system that I can control from up there. And I think what I'm going to do is there's a sort of wireless redstone signal you can send down using daylight sensors, or no, it's nighttime sensors, because you place another block above it and then it changes the light level on one of them but not on the other one. So yeah, I think that's the system I'm going to use for putting the input into here. So I need to go look up where I saw that. I think it might have been Ilmango, or it might have been one of the Protec server people. So yeah, I'm going to try and find where I saw that and put that in to hook up to here. Alright, so I just had a little creeper incident over here, which is rather annoying. And there's a zombie somewhere. There's another creeper. So yeah, this clearly demonstrates I need to dig out a hole underneath this to stop things appearing. And there's another witch somewhere. That sound goes on way longer than it needs to, like way after it's gone. I think it's dead down here somewhere. So there's obviously still some more caves I need to find under here. But yeah, I think I do want to dig a ditch directly around this. The wider area I can light up, but I think obviously with this I need the lighting to be low enough in here, so I can't put lights around the edge here. So yeah, I'm gonna have to dig out this hole and also clear a lot of this water. I'd quite like to do that with sponges, but I don't have any. But there is an ocean monument just over there. So I think what I might try and do is go down into the ocean monument, kill the Elder Guardians, and try and find a sponge room. So I'm going to gear up with some stuff for that and be back in a second. Alright, this is actually future Zaphod here, because this episode's running on quite long as it is, and there's still plenty of stuff, so you're actually going to have to wait for the next episode to see me taking on the ocean monuments. So this is going to be all for this episode. Any feedback is always appreciated down in the comments. But I've been Recoded Zaphod, and thanks for watching.